Namaste, welcome to Arthaniti. Today I want to share with you one of the interactions that I had with one of my past students. Now this student, after passing out of college, took up a corporate job and joined at the lower management level. One odd year into the job, he once came to the college to meet me. Now, he told me about the package that they had offered him, the kind of job that he was doing, and he rightly took it up saying that he wanted to gain experience so that he could have better prospects in future. Right? The conversation slowly went towards the goals that he has in his lives. Obviously, like many of us, his goals were simple. Planning to go on a holiday abroad, buying a car, buying an expensive bike, and buying a house for himself. Yeah, very relatable goals. Most of us have them when we are at the beginning of our careers. Then he told me that with the salary that he is currently earning and the raise that he expects in his current position, all these goals or dreams that he had would only be achieved in the later half of his life, and that was going to be too late for him. He wanted to tick mark on those goals as early as possible. He wanted to go on foreign holidays immediately. Why not next year? Why not coming Diwali? He said, right? And then he told me that the kind of money he was earning is not enough. So he asked me if he should invest in cryptos. Now, after hearing his question, I got a smile on my face, and it was obvious that he had a big question mark looking at me smiling at his question. To which I asked him, if you are investing in cryptos, do you know what cryptos are? Do you know how they function? Is there any legality on crypto trading in the country? To which he said there are so many ads on the television and in the newspapers, on social media, yeah, which tell you कि कितना आसान है, अपना time आएगा and all that stuff. Now the ads are like have vanished after intervention by the government, but still it has an impact because quick money किसको नहीं चाहिए? Everybody wants to become quick rich, right? So I told him, instead of opting for cryptos in which you do not have any knowledge, why don't you start investing in something wherein you appoint an expert to do your investments on behalf of you, and you enjoy the fruits of the hard work that manager, expert manager that you are going to appoint does. And he was baffled. He said there is no such person that who is going to help me with such small amounts of money that I have to invest. Well, then I told him about mutual funds. Obviously, he knew about them because mutual funds are not a new product in the market. But he did not know how the mutual funds function. He just knew that there are mutual funds available in the market, but he did not know how to function. How do this particular product functions? So then how do you choose a mutual fund? Well, you should choose a mutual fund depending on some factors that you should think about yourself. You should jot down your goals, your short term, medium term and long term goals. Short term can be a trip abroad. Medium term can be getting married, buying a house. Long term goals, retirement goals. Right? You understood? So, you should give a serious thought about the kind of goals that you want to set in your life, the milestones that you want to achieve, and the time frame that you have in mind to achieve those milestones. Right? So, this becomes the first step of choosing the kind of mutual fund you want to invest in. Now, depending on your goals and the time horizon that you have in mind, it is always necessary to invest in different asset classes. Now, some are risky, say like a stock market investment. Some are stable, no risk at all, say like a bank FD in a nationalized bank, right? So, depending on the kind of goals that you have in front of you and your risk taking capacities, your income levels, the responsibilities that you have on your shoulders, all this together forms the kind of asset allocation you look forward in your investment. If you have a long term horizon, if you are investing for a long term, say retirement plans, you are say in your 20s and you wish to retire 40 years down the line in your life at the age of 60, that is a huge time span that you have, and you can take risk when it comes to that much time. So for any investment in your long term, equity is the a place where you need to invest. For a short term goal, you don't need risk, you don't need your funds to fluctuate, the value of your funds to fluctuate. Now, for those goals, look out for investments which are quite stable, which are less risky, and which give an overall stable return. For medium term, you can have a balance between the two. In the sense, you can have part of your investment in kind of funds which give stable returns and part in risky propositions. Why? Because the time horizon so suggests that you need to have a fixed sum and you need to have something that is able to multiply over a period of time. Correct? How do I decide which mutual fund is good for me? Well, there are some pointers. Firstly, look for the reputation of the fund house. How big is the fund house? How long has it been in the mutual fund business? How many schemes are offered by the fund house? What is the kind of returns those schemes are giving? What is the AUM, asset under management, for that particular fund house? Now, say SBI is the biggest mutual fund houses in the country, followed by HDFC and ICICI. But then there are DSP mutual funds or Axis mutual funds or Parekh mutual funds which are doing exceedingly well, having a smaller AUM than these three at the top. Like look out for fund managers. Now, who is the person who is managing the scheme? What is his reputation? How long has he been with the particular scheme? Like for example, if you take HDFC Balanced Advantage Fund, now that scheme for the last 28 years has been giving a consistent return of 18%. Can you believe it? One person, Mr.